Okay, welcome to your fifth Merge Tribal Council of the season. Tonight, one of you guys is going to become the 11th person voted out of this game and become the fifth member of the jury. So, Jonah will be doing tribal questioning today. So, Jonah, you have the floor.
All right. I'll also welcome you guys to the final 8 Tribal Council. So, Justin, you win individual immunity. You're guaranteed a spot in the final 7. However, it must be good to have it because at the last tribal, I could tell how paranoid people were. Paranoia was very rampant. People seemed very anxious. Whether they were verbal about it or non-verbal, it was very obvious that a lot of people were very, very nervous the last tribal. So in a game where the numbers are even smaller now, is it nice to have it?
It definitely is. I feel like paranoia is a good thing to have in the game. I feel like if you're not paranoid, then you're not playing the game the way that it needs to be played, and it's just showing how the level of gameplay that people are actually putting into this season, which makes this vote even more crucial going forward.
So, Cade, the last vote was almost unanimous. It was a 7-2 vote. So you guys were pretty united. However, only one person is going to win this game. So even though the last vote was almost unanimous, how do you move forward in the game knowing that only one person can win and it's an individual game?
I might try to do something now instead of later, because if it's too late, then you can't do anything. When the people who are at the bottom they're gone, and then you don't have numbers to get anyone out that will actually have a chance to win the game. Well,
yeah. So Elijah, and at the past few tribal councils, you've been very vocal with a little bit of frustrations, a little bit of just you explaining what's going on, and you've been very vigilant about what's happening. So, do you have more of a vision of what's happening at the moment, or are you still confused?
I don't know. I'm always confused because, 1 second someone will be your best friend or your closest ally, and then the next second they wrote your name down. So it is always nerve-wracking coming to tribal, already. And considering I'm still being called a threat, and I have been called a threat since first merge tribal when I've won this many immunities, is kind of weird. But I don't know, especially being in my position. I sound like I'm about to cry. Hold on, sorry. I don't want to get voted out, so I might cry if I do. Yeah, just don't vote me out because I don't want to get 8th place again. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah. So Hudson, is looking ahead a part of your game? I mean, you obviously want to survive in the moment. If you look too far ahead, you could forget what's happening right in front of you. But looking ahead, is that a part of your game? Is it just kind of natural to be thinking not just about this vote, but where you want to be and how to set yourself up to optimally to succeed?
This whole game isn't just like about one vote. It's like a game of chess. You gotta think 2, 3, fucking 18 rounds ahead at the very beginning of the game. Like, you constantly have to be thinking, how does this one vote affect the next? And 7 votes down the line. And how each vote will set you up for getting to the end game and possibly the dub.
Yeah. So Nick, the challenge today was pretty interesting. Everybody got roasted, and then we did a quiz after where you had to make sure that you were paying attention to what was going on. You seemed a bit frustrated with the roast that you got. You thought it wasn't as good as everybody else, but also everybody kind of got exposed. That was kind of not necessarily the goal.
That wasn't true. No one got exposed. It was bad roasts.
All right.
Ask your question about the game.
Can you elaborate? Can you elaborate a little bit on how the challenge affected the game?
Not at all. Other than someone winning immunity, the roasts did not connect to the game in hardly any way, if not none. So, my question is not connected to the game because the roasts did not connect. Apparently me eating dinner one night was a roast, so sorry that I don't want to starve. Is that the answer you want?
So the fact that this all came from an outsider's perspective, do you think that makes it inaccurate and thus it has nothing to do with the game?
there wasn't a perspective on the game, even because it was an outsider. The roast did not connect to the game really. I mean, Wilders and Cates talked about, I suppose, their inactivity, but I think Wilders been here more than I have this season, so I don't know. You can't even the question doesn't relate to the game. I don't know what you're asking.
All
It's
right.
not about the question's not about the
Okay.
season.
All right. Okay. So Wilder, are people being straight shooters or are people being shady? Do you think that what people are saying makes sense, or do you think people are being a little bit hesitant about what's going on?
I mean, I hope everyone's trying to like just like be straight up with me, you know, because like this whole travel, at least like since the challenge ended till now, I was just trying to talk to people, but like I guess this one person was not really talking to me like I thought they would, so it was kind of shady. But I mean, at this point, I think we should all just trust who we think we should trust and just trust our instinct as well, I guess.
Yeah. So Brady, obviously you don't want it to be you tonight. That being said, only one person is going to win this game. So you want to survive this vote. You know, in order for you to win the game, you need to survive every vote leading up to the end. But you also need to garner enough respect from the jury where you can get them to turn around and vote for you. So obviously you don't want it to be you, but how do you play the game in a way where you're able to survive votes, get respect, get to the end, and then win?
It's a very like you have to have the right finesse, but you also have to have the right combination of knowing when to bite your tongue and when to be quiet and when to go, this is the majority, let me just go with that and get myself in a better position and let this person's target inflate. Then you can turn it around on them, or you can make your own move, or like there's a lot of waiting, and there's also a lot of like you need perfect timing if you're gonna win this game. So that's the way I, vote when I'm a juror, is how well your timing was and also how well your social bonds were. Because, like, you can play the best strategic game ever, but Russell Hance has been to the end of the game twice, and the jury just doesn't respect him as a person, so he's never won. So people need to respect you as who you are. Because if you're just, like, a shitty person, I don't want to vote for you to win. You don't get serotonin for treating me like dog shit. That's not what's happening. None of that for you. So it's a combination of like finesse and timing and being nice, and it's a big old balancing act. And you need to have every step be almost perfect or you're fucked.
All right. Well, let's find out who's fucked tonight. Let's find out who's got the shorter end of the stick and will be the fifth person to join the jury. Is that music or something?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. It is now time to vote. Brady, you can take the floor.
All right, guys, you can now privately send me your votes. Wait, let me change my name before that, so you guys know who to send it to. Okay. All right. I've changed my name to Brady and then parentheses hosts. Okay, Brady, you're up. All right, I have all the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so.
Let's just talk slowly here and not do anything. I guess if I go home, I'll give huge props to Justin. So, but I'm not gonna. I got nothing to play. So.
All right.
Cookie crumbles the way it does.
I genuinely think I'm gonna be sick. If I get voted out, I'm going to cry.
All right. With that, I will read the votes.
Sounds good.
First vote, Winston. Nick. That's 1 vote Nick, 1 vote Winston.
What?
Winston. That's 2 votes Winston. Nick. We're tied. 2 votes Winston, 2 votes Nick. Winston. That's 3 votes Winston, 2 votes Nick. Nick. We're tied. 3 votes Nick, 3 votes Winston, 2 votes left. Winston. That's 4 votes Winston, 3 votes Nick, 1 vote left. Nick. We have a tie. A 4-4 vote between Nick and Winston. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, so here's how it's going to work. Everybody else is going to re-vote except for Nick and Winston. So, Nick, you are not eligible to vote, and Winston obviously isn't here, so...
Wait, can we talk first?
Of course, yeah. You're tribal.
So...
Remember when we said we wanted to go to Rocks earlier? Did anyone actually mean it?
I meant it when you guys were talking about saying that there was a Trumaka alliance. That's when I meant I wanted to go to Rocks.
So, Nick has bought an idol nullifier. So, which is the reason why he needs to go tonight, because if whoever might have the merge idol or whoever the merge idol might be played on, then that's the reason why Nick needs to go tonight. Also, Nick has won not only one, but I think maybe 2 mini comps. So he was given the second one, which shows that Alex likes Nick. That means if Nick is in the end, Alex will probably give his vote to Nick if he's already given him immunity. And that just shows the social bonds that Nick has while already on the jury. Winston has already, he did not talk to Cookie while he was on the jury, and he's voted out Alex, and he also was part of the Grace vote out. So he might not have the best connection on the jury, where Nick has been able to flip-flop back and forth the whole game, and he's worked with everybody the whole game, proving that he's such a big social threat right now.
The only thing, like, I'm conflicted because, like, if... Oh my god. If Nick gets voted out...
Elijah, I'm going to be completely honest with you. The last name I heard from Nick to vote was your name.
You literally told me the vote's Elijah or Wilder, and I said, which one? And you didn't talk to me, which is why I knew you were voting me, Justin. And
that's not what I said.
Ultimately, it's a game of trust, and so if they trust you more, it's not something I can beat. Like, genuinely.
So in the conversation,
I trust Justin more, but it's just like, I don't think I can afford to go to Rocks. I literally hate Rocks so much. I am
well, then don't. I mean, it wouldn't... But like, don't go to Rocks for somebody who's not
I
here.
Will be on the bottom. If I
so in the question, you told me that you said it's good to hear, like we talked about me being safe, and then I said, yeah, it's quiet, and you said anything yet? I heard Elijah, and I said, well, I heard Wilder, and then you're like, so is Elijah the fake vote?
Why am I this like name that you guys think you can just like throw around? Like I don't really understand.
Nobody from our side threw out your name. I didn't throw out your name.
No, but it's been like this whole like since merge. I don't get why I'm the main topic every tribal. Like what
I don't know that either. I have not voted you post merge once.
Here's the thing. I love the game. It does too. You're not only voting for someone to keep, but also somebody who's an ally for someone else to keep. So just keep in mind you're giving power to the game.
Know the jury loves Winston. I'm almost positive. Winston's social game has been so amazing this entire time. I know he can win over the jury with just his social game, which is why I don't think we should vote Nick out. I think
I will go to Rocks for Winston.
I love you, Justin.
I will go to Rocks. That's my I'm gonna stay loyal. I'm gonna stay true to what I said. I'll go to Rocks for Winston.
Like I would have gone to Rocks in Final 10, but like there's only 5 people that would have gone to Rocks.
I'll go to Rocks now.
I mean, listen, again, I do think, and I'm not saying this, I could be upgrading myself by saying this. I think Winston and I are fairly comparable specimens who are sitting in the decision of who could be eliminated. I mean, yeah, we both maybe have connections on the jury. We both have won one challenge and have come close in others, and both have decent connections within the game. Cool enough.
I think it also proves that you have been able to flip-flop between the vote and the majority of both, and most of the critical votes. I
voted with one side the entire time, whether you believe it or not.
But you knew both sides of the vote and where the vote was going
Everyone
the whole
did.
time.
Everyone knew both sides. I mean, Wilder played an idol on himself, and it was a last-minute vote change. Everyone's known both sides the whole game, right? Like, you can decide which side you think I maybe have voted on this whole time, but everyone lies in the game. Winston has also told people who he's going to vote, who he didn't end up voting. I guess go ahead and paint me out to be one way that Winston also is. I feel like it's a pointless fight, so I'm not going to fight it. I have trust in people. At the end of the day, it's going to roll the way it does, and I appreciate your willingness to go against me. That's cool. I'm not going to fight you on that, but I also think that there should be perception based on who you're giving power by keeping Winston, which is somebody like Justin who has found idols, convinced people to give coins, just won a challenge, is in a great spot in the game as well, and who could have very well found the last idol too, because people were on Zoom with me. I was late to it. I don't have an idol.
I was on Zoom with you the whole time that we looked.
I mean, fair enough. Your disposition makes it very easy for you to probably cover up finding an idol. As I
this
don't
game
know.
is also about like fake it till you make it. So you easily could be doing that. But like I'm not
That's true.
throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying, but like, okay, Justin, my only concern, like since we're having an open talk, my only concern is that we worked together last vote.
Yes.
And then we worked together that was it. Like we worked together that vote. And I thought everything was solid, and then you completely left me out of this plan. And I'm afraid that you're gonna stick with this alliance that you have as of right now, which is you, Winston, Nick, Winston, Brady, and Hudson, clearly.
So
And I'm going to be at
last
the
vote-
bottom.
Okay,
you have
I'm
to-
sorry. I would just like to say something. Have I not been saying for the past 4 votes that I do not trust Justin? I don't trust do you
I'm not
honestly?
saying you trust him, but I'm saying you guys just work together for this vote. Like you guys are working together.
Because I was told you were throwing out my name, and I'm not just gonna take that shit lightly. Like seriously,
Dude, are you serious? Justin just
you
told me
just
5
called
minutes
me
before.
stupid like last vote. Why should I work with someone who's just called me stupid?
I didn't-
Why should
I didn't say I wanted to work with you. I didn't say I wanted to work with you. You were the one who came to me and said, "Can we go on a call?" And then we stayed on a call for 45 minutes talking, and then you
Because
flipped
I
on me.
felt bad for you because you were about to cry. Like seriously.
Yeah, that was fake, by the way. I told Justin that was fake. Anyways, like Brady, I don't really have anything to say to you. I don't want to work with you. I'm not interested in working with you. Like, I mean, that should be pretty obvious. I didn't say that you. Like, I'm saying you guys are working together. Like for this vote, is that not true? I didn't say anything about you not liking Justin. I didn't say anything about Justin not liking you. I said you guys work together this vote. That's all I said. Anyways, Justin, I will be on the bottom if Nick goes, and that is my main concern. Also, do you not see like Winston has one of the best, if not the best, social game that is left in the game? Like,
I disagree. In my personal opinion, I think it's Nick, but that's just my personal opinion. But to defend like the last vote. So the last vote, I didn't have to tell you all that information. I did. Where did he go? He disappeared. Okay.
Sorry, no. Someone FaceTime me.
There you go. Because I guess I disappeared. I was like, oh, where'd he go? But no. It's like last time I include you in on all the information because it was beneficial for both of us to know, and I still stay true to that 100%. You are like the person outside the game who like I knew beforehand, and I still have trust with you 100%. And I'm telling you right now that I'm not voting you out. If you come and you vote Nick, I'm not voting you next tribal, and I can tell you that 100%. Like I can tell you 100% you will not go next tribal. You're not on my radar. You are not my target. As the reason why I have not voted you the whole time. And like you can say that, yeah, we might not have.
I'm not saying okay, like I'm for sure voting him. I'm just like thinking about it.
But like
Definitely, Elijah, consider the offer that he's making in a moment of distress versus an offer he hasn't made the rest of the season.
Well, no, Elijah knows I haven't voted for him the whole game. Like my voting record shows that I have not voted Elijah once. We collectively have flipped the vote off of Elijah, the first merge vote.
Grace's face. I'm sorry, Grace's face.
I mean, flipped the vote of Elijah. So if we wanted to vote you out of tribal, we could have voted you right then and there, because we didn't know if you had an idol or not. But that just shows that we didn't want to vote you.
And he played an idol, so it wouldn't have worked anyway.
Okay, I'm ready to vote. I just want to get this over with.
Ready to vote? Are we ready?
I guess so.
Everybody? Okay.
Winston's just chilling at home, doesn't realize anything that's
Literally.
Okay, I have all the votes. And with that, I will read the votes. First vote, Nick. Winston. That's 1 vote Winston, 1 vote Nick. Nick. That's 2 votes Nick.
Oh, no.
Winston. We're tied. 2 votes Nick, 2 votes Winston, 2 votes left. Nick. That's 3 votes Nick, 2 votes Winston, 1 vote left. Winston. We have a tie. We are going to rocks.
Wait, can we try to make like a unanimous decision? Like,
I will explain how it works, yes. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Nick and Winston are now safe. They cannot be voted out because you guys couldn't decide. So we are now going to rocks, and here's how it's going to work. If you guys manage to come up with a unanimous decision on who you want out between Nick or Winston, then that will stand. But if you guys cannot come to a unanimous decision, we will go to rocks, and Nick and Winston will be safe. So you guys can discuss.
Oh my god, this literally breaks my heart. I am gonna cry, but
You all know how I feel, and we're 100% going.
I can't go to rocks. I'm sorry, Nick. I cannot go to rocks. I'm so sorry.
Is anybody willing to go to rocks for me?
Like, okay, the thing is, like, I want to go to rocks for you, but like, oh my god, only like 5 people being on the wheel is so scary, and knowing like obviously people already think I'm a threat, and like knowing I worked really hard to get to this spot. Like,
To
I
put
don't
in
know if it's,
perspective,
like,
you have a 20% chance
I'll
of going
do that.
home by drawing a rock.
Don't be a bitch.
What'd you say, Wilder?
Nick.
I'll go to rocks.
Yes, Wilder. Is anyone else willing to go to rocks for me? All right.
I mean,
I'll
I'll
take one
hop
person.
on the train if Wilder's getting on, like, choo-choo motherfuckers, let's go. Like, there's no point in that anymore. If
I
Wilder's
guess
going to rock,
sides are being taken. I mean, you're gonna run this course again if you don't go to rocks.
So
This is
what,
just
you're,
gonna happen.
you're 1,000% on going to rocks?
if Wilder's rocks, then we're going to rocks anyway.
Because like, Water, you're 1,000% on that?
No, not 1,000.
Because we, like, to be honest, like, we could have, like, voted each other last time. We all came to a consensus and voted Alex, right?
Yeah.
We all did that together.
That was
We could've-
I think
Let's
Alex.
talk about it then.
Hold on, Nick. So, we all came together and we voted Alex as, like, basically a group consensus. We could have easily used that vote and took a shot at each other.
Nick, shut
Yeah.
up. Nick
Now
Basile,
that
shut
Winston,
up.
okay, so Winston's like not here. We could vote Winston out next. He's not here. We can do that.
Why not? I mean, sure, but you're saying that now. You're also in a space where no matter what, you're safe.
Well, no matter what, I'm safe tonight. So if we go to rocks, it doesn't affect me. It's not my
Yeah,
game.
but you
I'm
also
going.
have Winston on your side, whereas Wilder has never been on your side. Wilder voted you, you became immune.
Justin,
You voted
since
Wilder,
you're
he
like,
became
not
immune
afraid to
from
go to
Idol.
rocks, like give me immunity, and then you can go to rocks.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, Justin. If you're,
I
if
mean,
you're
you
willing
want to go to rocks? I'm terrified of it. I literally am terrified of rocks. You can give me immunity.
He can't do that.
Because
He
Well,
can't do that. It's too late.
I'm just saying, if you end up not going to rocks and you take me out, that's fair. But the people who need me as a vote are screwing themselves over because Winston's a vote for Justin. He's inactive right now and voted for me.
I
He
say
wasn't
Wilder,
here.
Elijah.
Well, Justin, could you not cut me
Okay,
off,
you can
please?
defend yourself, but
Could
okay,
you maybe not cut me off?
we're good.
I think that Winston not showing up at all and not playing the challenge and not talking to many people, at least from what I heard, is a sign that he has Justin has Winston in his hand. And clearly, as I even had a feeling that Justin was voting me today, and he's so adamant on getting me out, I'm not in Justin's hand. So your hand, I'm I'm me offering up my safety isn't as much as it is for me as for those who need my vote later on. Probably against Justin unless things get shaken up, but it's up to you guys. I don't 20% is a pretty, healthy number in the game of Survivor when you're typically running numbers that are high 50%. So I don't think it's a risk it's not, no one wants to take a risk, but it's not the worst risk. Like it's, and also for those who I have put trust into this season and haven't lied to, you know who you are. I offer out that olive branch as well, which is I've been loyal the whole time, and I would go to rocks for you. But it's easy for me to say that when my life is on the line, so take it how you will.
Okay, so we're gonna look at this in Survivor history, the real show. We look at Jessica and we look at Katie. Both thought that they were safe and they were in a good position to make a run deep in the game. Their game was taken out short because they fell foolishly in line with the rest of the people and they went to rocks when they didn't have to go to rocks.
Let's flash back to those two situations. In Jessica's situation, David and Ken would be the ones taking her to the end, in theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
You honestly think Jessica can beat David?
I think she would have a good chance.
Do you think Katie beats anybody left in Blood versus Water?
No. But if she would have not went to rocks, she could have done something and she could have furthered her thing in the game.
She could have followed Hayden.
I don't know what she would have done. I don't know the season in the back of my hand. But for Cade and Elijah and Water, at some point in this game, I've worked with you and we have worked together. If at any point I have not, the only name I've written down is Water, and Water has written down my name, whereas Elijah and Cade, you have both written down my name. And I have not held that against any of you since I have not voted any of you since that time. And I'm going to continue that. I have nothing against any of you because you voted me in a time of majority. You didn't vote me because it was based off of conversations that we never had. I think going to rocks, if one of you were to be rocked out tonight, I feel like is a big mistake because y'all have so much game left to play. And this is a perfect opportunity to even add on your resume. You just got out Nick. He possibly has an idle nullifier. You sent somebody home with an advantage.
I was inactive the entire pre-merge hanging out with Kyle.
Okay, he was quote-unquote inactive pre-merge. Right?
It would be good for Nick for me to have an nullifier because I don't have an idol, so I want him with me.
But it's also good.
That's a good point, actually.
Because if you go home with rocks, that idle nullifier, it can't help you on jury.
I don't care.
I mean, if you want to risk your game,
and me and
then
Will
you go ahead and risk your game. I have my name.
Wait, Brady.
This is the only shot I have.
Can me and Wilder and Cade talk? Because we're kind of they're not budging. So it's either we switch to their side or go to rock.
I think what about what I just said means I'm not budging.
So we don't have a unanimous decision?
I mean, we're still talking about it.
Can we get a few?
It has to be unanimous on Nick or Winston.
If it is not unanimous on Nick or Winston, we will go to rocks. Either Hudson, Cade, Wilder, Elijah, or Brady will be sent home if that happens.
Okay, Cade and Wilder, what are you guys thinking? Because I am deathly terrified of rocks. I am more scared of rocks than heights.
I mean, okay, let's talk about Justin real quick. Look at it like this. You and Winston have been working together, I don't know since when, probably the beginning. So I'm gonna have Nick's back on this one. If you take Winston to end, I'm pretty sure Winston can win regardless, 9-0, whatever, however many jury members.
Winston would 100% win.
Nick, but I feel if Winston would for sure vote for you if you take him out now. He'd respect it, right? So I feel I don't know. It's better to keep Nick in now that we can take Winston out. I don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm also thinking is I'm not opposed to taking Winston out next if that's what needs to happen. But right now,
you're saying that because you want me out now.
Yeah, I want you out now.
Yeah.
If Winston gets out next, it doesn't change the numbers. Next vote, it would be 3-3 after Winston. I mean, after Winston instead of 4-4.
That's saying that everybody stays true. After this vote, I think that everything opens up a whole hell of a lot more than everybody's thinking it's going to. The 4 is not completely as strong as you think it is. I think it's all smoke and mirrors on the quote unquote strong four. It's not a strong four. We have been forced to work together because we have been on the bottom the whole time. We are together because of necessity, not because we actually want to be together.
Nick, how about this? We keep you this tribal, and next tribal you throw the challenge, and we'll vote you out next tribal.
Sounds
okay?
perfect. It's pretty much the same offer that Justin's offering.
Yes.
So, just saying, let me get rid of one of my best allies so I can get rid of someone I want out right now. Trust me, guys, I haven't worked with you yet, but I'll work with you now because I want Nick out. And if that's a person you want to align with moving forward, that's your own game, and I'm not going to be one to justify that for you. I just want you
worked with
to.
them prior.
All right, my bad. I'm sorry.
I worked with them for the Alex vote.
Yeah, everyone worked together for the Alex vote except for one person who, yeah. Sorry, Brady. So it's hard to say that it was we worked together, especially when it was so haphazard. I mean, everyone was voting out Alex for their own reasons. It wasn't a collective goal. Alex had a lot of reasons to take him out, and so. Whereas right now, the reason to take me out is to help your game, Justin.
But Elijah,
or maybe to get rid of an idle nullifier too. So there's that.
What?
Elijah, I hopped on call with you right after that challenge and gave you all the Alex information, right?
Wait, what?
So we're going to open up everybody's eyes a little bit on what actually happened and why Alex became the target. There was a call between Alex and Brady, and I'm sorry, Brady, this is why Alex had to go. And Alex revealed that his next three people that need to be taken out were Elijah, and were me, and then Winston. The three people who he named, who he didn't want to take out, were Brady, Nick, and himself, because you two were a close three.
Well,
And
when I've heard this story told back to me, I wasn't part of that three.
Well,
so I've heard multiple versions of this story, Justin.
Can I finish?
I was
on the Zoom call while they were having this conversation.
Well, you've been
I'm the
telling
one who
people
found out
different
this
names.
information.
You've
And
been
I went
telling
straight
people
to
different
Elijah, I
names.
went straight to Walter about it. Like, I didn't lie about anything. I took notes, and I told him the straight information. And he also said that you had options, which, and you bought an idle nullifier because that's what I was told.
Okay.
And so the fact that you three are a collective bunch shows that you guys are going to vote together in the jury, and that you had no problem taking out Elijah last vote.
Then
And
why
so
did
all
Brady
of a
vote me
sudden
this
it
vote
flipped
and
to
I
Alex.
voted Alex I voted Alex last time.
Because
and
you don't want to be in
Brady
the
voted-
minority.
All right,
The only
guys.
people who voted Elijah were
Guys.
Brady and Alex. If you did not know about the vote, you would have been right there with them proving that the three of you were together.
All right, guys.
Can I go one by one saying our vote, like our revote, or whatever?
If we don't have a unanimous decision, then we are going to rocks. I need to know if we have a unanimous decision.
We
Is-
don't
Can-
know
can-
yet.
can
We're
you
still
just,
like
call in-
in the
can you
midst
just
of
call in our six
We have
names?
like I don't think we're going to.
Can you just
I'm
call in
voting
our six
Winston.
names? Can you just
I mean,
call our
Winston,
six
I'm
names and
voting
we'll tell you?
Nick. I'm voting Nick.
Justin, can you just call our six names and each time you say our name, like we say our vote, and that's what we're doing. And then if it's not
Yes.
unanimous, by the end of it, we go.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Justin's doing Nick.
Nick,
So if
1000%.
if one of you guys says Winston, it goes to rocks. If you all say Nick, Nick goes home.
So you have to say
All right.
who you're voting for, who you want out.
All right, we will go through this now. Brady, who are you going to vote?
I did not consent to go second. Let me pull a Haley Ford here. Ask someone else.
That's fine.
It sounds
Eli-
like this. I mean,
Elijah,
yeah,
who
I
are
guess
you-
You guys host.
Elijah, who are you going to vote?
I am going to vote. Oh my god. I'm gonna vote Nick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wilder, who are you going to vote?
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm
Really?
sorry.
That's a worse move. That's a worse. But you were never going to convince people to. You were either going for me or Rocks. You were never going to convince Justin to vote out Winston. So if you go to Rocks, you have a chance of staying in, and I'm in, and we move forward stronger.
And he has a chance
And,
of
it's, and
losing
wait,
Elijah.
Justin, can you please stop cutting me off, please? It's a worse move because now you just dig yourself a hole, and I've been loyal this whole game. So do what you will. I mean, it's sad to see, but I'm sorry. I'm not gonna interrupt anymore.
This isn't
It's
like
a
an
bummer.
easy decision, but like I cannot like explain how scared of the rocks I am. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
I
get
can't
scared.
blame you for Rocks, but I would hope that a relationship built or trust in the game is something that you can consider a little bit. It definitely hurts, but
And
I'm
me,
not gonna
like me doing this doesn't mean I have no trust in you and that I never trusted you. It's just a matter of I don't want to put my hands, or I don't want to put my fate in the hands of luck. I don't want it to be a random decision.
It's putting your hands in the
I
fate
don't
of luck or putting your hands in the fate of Justin.
I
I thought
don't
we were
want to
good.
vote you. I really don't want to vote you.
All right, guys, we need to continue with voting. All right,
Just
Hudson.
somebody.
Hudson, or who are you going to vote?
Oh, 1 second, bro. I'm popping Tylenol. I have such a bad fucking headache.
Perks.
Watson, can you have my back?
He's
No
popping
one's-
perks.
No one's got my back.
I'm coming upstairs. Oh, shit. Oh, I mean, yeah. I'm Nick. Oh, I can't even walk up the stairs.
Cade, come on, man.
All right, well, we will go to someone else while we're waiting for Hudson. So, Cade, who would you like to vote?
I'm voting Winston.
Okay.
Going rocks.
All right, we are going to
Cade,
rocks.
you legend.
We are going to rocks. All right, I will open up the wheel of names and
The jury was rooting for rocks. That was an amazing move.
Yo.
Let the inactive person decide your fate.
okay, let me pull this up.
Mac, please do not say anything about rocks. Of all the people to speak about rocks, you...
All right, here we are.
The fuck is Eric and Gabriel and finally Beatrice?
The person
Is
going
rocks
home in the worst way possible.
Is
Okay,
it
so we
going-
have
if it's
Brady.
username?
We have
I'm getting spoon vibes right now.
Wilder.
Mm,
We have Hudson.
Ow.
We have Cade.
That's it.
And-
That's all. Those are all the people.
and we have
I'm gonna
Elijah.
throw,
Okay, one of you five is about to be rocked out of
wait,
this
how is
game.
rocks working? Is it going the last one off the wheel or the first one again?
Can
The
we do
fir-
the last
First one.
No,
First
it's
one.
nope.
Nope.
It's the first one. It's the first one that it lands on.
First
Will
one.
will be going home. All right, whoever it lands on will be the 11th person voted out and become the 5th member of the jury. Here we go. $1 million rock draw, I guess you could say.
$0.
Here we go. The wheel lands on Elijah.
I am literally about to start bawling. You're literally
I worked so hard to play
Elijah.
this game.
and I literally had an idol too. I was gonna play it.
I
and
knew I was
couldn't bring
fucking
myself
right.
to do it.
I knew.
Brady,
Oh my
Brady,
God,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
really
You were
about to
right. I'll
cry.
give you that, Brady. You were right. I'm sorry about that.
I
I have
was
worked
right.
so hard in this game, and I literally want to die right now. Oh my god, I'm literally
Cade, I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it, Cade.
Kate, I hope you
I'm
understand.
about
I
to go
think
have
it
a
was very
mental
worth it.
breakdown. Okay, bye everybody.
Wow. Very emotional tribal.
The anxiety I felt, I was like, it's gonna stop on me. It's gonna stop on me.
Well, that is without a doubt the craziest tribal in the history of this franchise. There's no question about it. Elijah has been rocked
Really?
out of the game.
Oh,
He
it's definitely
becomes
top three. And it might be
top three.
one, honestly.
and
Jonah
he,
evaluating all the
he is the,
tribals in
he
his
is
head.
the 11th person to be. Or he is rocked out, and he becomes the 5th member of the jury. As for the rest of you guys have made final 7. Congratulations, one step closer to the final 3. And yeah, you guys can stay on here and discuss, do whatever the heck you want. I really don't care. Oh, and Elijah's back
Wait,
if
I
he
need
wants.
to get my composure. I
Elijah,
need
if
to
you,
get it together.
yeah, Elijah, if you want final
can
words,
say final words.
final words. Yep.
It really sucks getting so far and literally only having 4 votes against me, but being like the main target and then getting rocked out. I don't know what else to say. Wilder, Weather, you are my favorite. I love you so much, and you're doing so good.
I'm gonna cry.
Justin, you've been doing really good strategically, but work on your social game, and please don't like dock me for that because I'm gonna cry anymore. Brady, sorry for calling you stupid. I just thought you were stupid at the moment, but like, I still kind of think that. But like, sorry. Who else is left? Hudson. I was gonna try to take you to the end because I thought I'd win against you, and Cade saying this to you. I'm just being brutally honest, but I think I'm gonna have a mental breakdown, and I'm gonna have nightmares about this. So I love most of you. Grace, I'm sorry I couldn't get to the end and win for you. I really tried. Brady and Jonah, you guys are like two of my favorite hosts ever. It's been so fun. I'm glad I'm able to say I found like two idols, and then bought one and got like a bunch of people to give me their coins.
It was nice meeting you, Elijah.
Bye, Nick. I think I was doing good strategically. I don't know, but okay, that's all. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much for playing, Elijah. Great having you.
Okay, bye.
That was fucking insane.
Another emotional tribal in the books.
Brady Miller was great.
All right.
I fucking told you, and you decided that we would do Nick 8 and you would not budge.
I mean, you still got your way at the end of it, technically. We just had to
I
get the
did
rocks for
still
it.
get my way at the
You
end.
manifested that shit.
I did. I know. I was sitting here. I was like, I will not go home to rocks. I will not go home to rocks. I will not go. I wrote it down on a piece of paper.
Let me see how many allies I have now. Very few.
I'm going to bed. My headache is fucking raging.
Yeah, go ahead, Hudson. You look like you're in pain. I hope you.
Yeah.
God. Therapy is about to be something else tonight.
All right, we're gonna get